Welcome everybody. We're here at with another video in the garage. We have a few things here. As you can see, we have an oiler I bought off Amazon. Um, there is the L7000 by THB. It's rated up to 225 psi. How it works is that this is the inlet, and the inlet sucks in air from the compressor, which is this is the inlet as well. And because of the vacuum pressure that it's designed to do, sorry about my camera work, because of the design that it does, there's a tube that sucks in the oil that we're going to put in here. And it provides oil to the compressor so it doesn't seize up on itself, because these compressors like this need oil. Normally, like if this was an AC, if set up for AC, the Freon in the AC actually still needs the lubrication and stuff. So that's why there's lubrication already in there. But because we're not using it for that, we still need to add lubrication somehow. So that's how we're doing it with this. And the fittings for this is actually fairly simple. We have a 5/8 flare by 5/8 flare. That's going to be put on right there. And then this one was the hardest one to find. This is a 1/2 inch pipe thread, or MIP, I believe. And then this side is the flare. And I had to go to a local plumbing supply, not Lowe's or anything like that, like an actual plumbing supply. We have a few of them that are local to us. This here was like $7 or something like that. So that goes onto that side, which goes onto there. And then on this side, that's the inlet. I have this air filter here for a lawnmower, and there's the information for that. I bought it at Lowe's. Anything would probably work, but I have a 1/2 inch brass fitting pipe thread. Again, that's going to go on the backside there, and then this goes onto that. So it has an air filter, because you always need an air filter if you're doing anything like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some pipe tape or thread tape and tape everything up and put it together. And this part should be fairly short, so we'll do some other things, but I'll get it on there, and we'll go over it. Okay, it is looking really good. So what I am going to do now is that I am going to go to my cousin's house where his welder is at, and I'm going to make a bracket for this, attach it most likely to this pipe down here. Can't really see it, but right there with this bottom pipe here, just attach it to that. Then see where the exposed hose is, and it's like that. I have this copper pipe right here that I'm going to cut into segments and put on that, in there with that, and put clamps over it, and use the same pipe to finish it over, so you won't see anything. I really hope I can do that. I might have to go get pipe that is bigger around, so everything could be in there all nice and neat, not being snug and break stuff. I'll probably have to do that before I leave. But other than that, this is looking really good. I'll probably take it off before I drive, because it's not racked up, doesn't have a bracket or anything. And I'll probably ended up cutting this guy a little shorter, so it could be like that, because I think that'll be better. But if I do that, the inlet's all the way up here instead of like right here. So I'll probably do that, because I like the way that looks a little bit better. Looks like it's the same exact width and everything else. Yeah, that worked a lot. Worked out a lot better than I thought. That's it right there. I was gonna do like a cone air filter, but I couldn't find that, and this was for $4, and it fits perfectly. So I don't think I'm gonna need anything else. But other than that, I think we're good until I go ahead and go over there. But I do have oil as well. The oil's in there. Let me show you which one that is. This is Air Tool oil, a Cobalt. It'll work just the same, because I mean, they don't really make oil for this. If they do, it's really expensive, and Freon's mixed with it. And I'd rather just buy this $4 for 8 ounces, because this holds up to 5. So this is the inlet for it. That is 1/8 inch brass. No, sorry, I mean brass, most likely, but it is 1/8" pipe thread. And what I want to do is have a pipe or a tube from the bottom of this. This is a separator, so it will separate that air and oil, and the oil will go down and just drip. But if I can get it to go back into there where it's a continuous cycle, that's my end goal with this. But technically, this should work with that without seizing that up. So I don't know. I also got all the wiring done. If I can get my GoPro to turn on because I can't find the cord, then I should have that part in here as well. But as of right now, I think we are finished with this. Okay, we are back here. And I got some welding done. Not all of it, but the majority of it. One, I got a rod. It's hard to see. Right here. You see that? Barely. Right there to hold the this on. Right there. Nice and solid. And I welded it because there's screws right here that I can just take off if I need to take this off. But I don't think it'll rattle a whole lot, so that's good. But I got all this in basically for the last time. Hopefully, I say it out loud now, so probably it's not gonna happen. But there's a compressing air just by turning it by hand. But I will be needing to do that to get the oil from here into there before I turn it on. Before that, but I got the connector there together, and I was doing this one on the front, and I forgot I needed that piece, so I need to go to the store and get that. But so I thought we could work on the one back here, and this is what I decided to do. Right there, hold up. Right here is the box that I've made. And I spray painted it with bed liner from Rust-Oleum. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the hoses there and use the copper pipe that I have to feed it up through the top and into these here, and then rubber hose it out the top to where the bottle is at. By doing that, it makes it a lot easier because these hoses are pretty worn out, stretched out, and all that. And the copper line will hold up a little bit better against resistance. To the sharp turns that it has in this little design here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Basically, I'm just cutting it short. I have the pipe cutter right here, and then a coil copper pipe. This is 3/8 OD because 3/8 ID is for the hose. So that makes life a little bit easier. But I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, bolt everything up so you guys take a look at it. Okay, quick update. I have the copper pipes in there. I did have to cut that right there so I can get the copper pipe in and bend it, because I can't bend it and then put it in there because it's copper pipe. Then I have it coming out the bottom here I have the bolts in right there, one on the other side to hold it in place. And now I got to figure out how I'm going to get this with the hoses through the center onto there and get the hose on the pipe so I can clamp it on there. So I think this is going to be a long process of me cussing and probably running out of Samuel Adams. That's very important. So I'm probably going to go ahead and take another break from videoing, even though this is kind of segments. I don't have my cameraman here. He's stuck at home. But definitely going to try to get this on here tonight so I can finish up this, because this part's going to be the easy on the inside. It's going to be super easy. Just got to get that done first. So I'll be right back with an update. We are back the next day. I did some thinking and a little, I don't know, trying to see if my plan with the copper pipe would work. And I decided against it for two main reasons. One, I wasn't going to be able to get the clamp where it needed to be, so I can do that. with the copper pipe. And secondly, I have a lot of hose, so I thought I'd do some experiments with that. And let me show you what I got so far. Okay, so here is the box with the hose running through it from the other side. It sticks out far enough on this far side over here that I can connect it to these two existing hoses that go to the front of the vehicle. One thing that is kind of really annoying is that these bolts on the other side in here, they're 1/2 inch, but I can only get a socket or something on one side. The other side over here, the welds make it too close where I can't get a socket or any type of wrench on it. What I think I'm going to do is that we are finished. Just kidding. We are very close. Let me show you what all I ended up doing in this past few hours. Had to get the drill, a bigger drill bit, to get it to fit, but it's on there, and Jesus, I can't see anything because of this. There we go. And right there, I had to get a 3-inch bolt and two nuts and double nut them together on both sides so I can get the impact on them. This one I could not get the impact on, but the other one I did. And I tried it with this. I was going to use a small bolt like I originally planned, but it didn't work. I tried that first try and it worked. So that's not going anywhere. I might have to get something to keep it from there, from making noise. But as you can see, the hoses, if I can, here we go. Hoses are right up where they need to be, so I can just hook them on there. So now under here, we crawl under here. We can see all the way up in there in the box that is on there really well. There are hoses that we are working on, and I know it's really hard to see, but can you see that right there? Yeah, that right there is a hose that I got to get the clamp around. There's another one up in there too. Hopefully it's not too far to get to, but that's going to be a bitch, just because it's going to be hard to get anything in there to tighten down the clamps. But the box is on there. I mean, I'm hanging from it basically, and it's on there good, so I'm not worried about that. But, so I think that might be it for this video. Really excited that got on there. It was a complete pain. This is going to go really well. I'll catch you guys in the next video.